Welcome back to Laura Sport. The Money League hit a record $12.4 billion in 2025. Let's count down the top 20 from 20 to 1. At number 20 is West Ham United from England, and its home ground is the London Stadium. Revenue from 2025 was $240.3 million. The estimated net worth is not publicly verified or disclosed as of today. Some of the key players include Jarrod Bowen, Lucas Paquetá, Mohamed Kudus. Over the last 4 years, West Ham United AHS participated in European campaigns, domestic cup runs. At number 19 we have Benfica from Portugal. The home ground is the famous Estádio da Luz. Benfica had revenue of €283 million in 2025. Today the club has players like João Neves, Rafa Silva and Angel Di Maria. Honours, Primeira Liga contention, Super Cup wins, deep UCL runs. In 18th place comes VfB Stuttgart from Germany. The home stadium is MHP Arena. In 2025, Stuttgart had revenue of about €258 million. Some of the key players in the club include Sergio Guirassy, Chris Führich and Alexander Nübel. VfB Stuttgart has enjoyed a Bundesliga resurgence in recent years and European qualification. At number 17 comes Newcastle United from England. The club boasts of the famous St James's Park as its home ground. With revenues of €260 million, the club is definitely on an upward trend compared to 10 years ago. Key players include Bruno Guimaraes, Alexander Isak and Kieran Trippier. In recent years, the club has had European qualification and a domestic cup final appearance. Italian giant AC Milan comes in at number 16. The Giuseppe Meazza, more commonly known as the San Siro Stadium, is the home ground for this club. Revenue stood at €357 million for 2025. Today AC Milan boasts of players like Rafael Leao, Mike Maignan, Theo Hernandez. The club won the Serie A title in 2022 and the Supercoppa Italiana in 2024. AC Milan plays in the Champions League more regularly. The resurgent Aston Villa is at number 15 on the list. The club from England calls Villa Park Stadium home. Villa Park. In 2025, Aston Villa had revenues of €357 million. Some important players for the team include Ollie Watkins, Douglas Luiz, and Emi Martinez. The club recently participated in its first European campaign in over a decade. At number 14 is Atlético de Madrid from Madrid in Spain. The home ground for this club is the majestic Metropolitano Stadium. Revenue stood at €364 million. Some important players for the club are Antoine Griezmann, Jan Oblak, Rodrigo de Paul. Atlético de Madrid has consistently reached the knockout stages of the Champions League in recent years, and we expect a lot from the club in the near future, especially with new investment coming in. At number 13 is the mighty Juventus from Italy. The home ground for Juventus is the Allianz Stadium in Turin. €371 million was the revenue from 2025. The net worth of this club fluctuates, but it is still certainly the most decorated league club from Serie A in Italy. Some of the key players are Federico Chiesa, Dusan Vlahovic, and Adrien Rabiot. In the last 3 years, Juventus has won the Coppa Italia in 2024 and returned to European competitions. Borussia Dortmund is at number 12 on the list. The club from Germany calls Signal Iduna Park home. This stadium is certainly one of the most intimidating places to play for visiting clubs. Revenue from 2025 stood at €462 million. Entity, market-based. Players, Maximilian Bayer, Fabio Silva, Julian Brandt, Gregor Kobel. The club reached the Champions League final in 2024. Another Italian giant comes in at number 11, and this is the second club from the San Siro in Milan called Inter Milan. The club had revenues of €490 million players. Jan Sommer, Lautaro Martinez, Marcus Thuram. Inter Milan has recently won the Italian Serie A in 2021 and 2024, the Coppa Italia in 2022, 2023, the Supercoppa in 2021, 2022 and 2023, and were finalists in the UEFA Champions League in 2023 and 2025. From London to Milan, these clubs monetize match days, broadcast and booming commercial deals. On to the top 10. Remember to like and share to keep this research flowing. Starting our top 10 is Chelsea, a club from England whose home is Stamford Bridge. It is currently navigating a period of financial scrutiny under the ownership of Todd Boehly. Despite on-pitch struggles and missing out on the Champions League, the club generated a revenue of $508.6 million. However, the net worth of the club is valued at $3,100 million. Their income is heavily reliant on commercial partnerships, such as the deal with Infinite Athlete, though their matchday revenue remains lower than their peers as they await a new stadium. Some of the key players today include Alejandro Garnacho, João Pedro, Reece James, Pedro Neto. It's also important to note that Chelsea were the UEFA Champions League winners from 2021, Tottenham Hotspur, London, England. In ninth place, Tottenham Hotspur has seen their valuation rise to $3.3 billion, with a revenue of $585.6 million. Under coach Ange Postecoglou, the club has successfully leveraged its modern stadium, which is now one of the most profitable in the world. Nearly 20% of their revenue comes directly from matchday income and hosting major non-football events. Some key players for the club today are James Maddison, Christian Romero. Manchester United is the legendary club from England, coming in at number 8. Once the undisputed kings of the Money League, Manchester United has slipped to its lowest ranking ever at 8th. Despite this, the club remains a global commercial powerhouse valued at $6.5 billion, generating $793 million in revenue. While broadcast revenue fell due to a lack of Champions League football, the club saw a boost from its global sponsorship network and fresh investment from Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos. Key players today include Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez. Honours: domestic cup win, turbulent league seasons. Arsenal is a giant of English football and is from London, England. Its home is the Emirates Stadium. Mikel Arteta's Arsenal is currently at the top of the English Premier League. It comes in at number 7 on our money list with a revenue of $715.4 million. The current net worth of Arsenal Football Club is $3 billion. The Gunners have benefited from their return to the Champions League and a lucrative shirt sponsorship deal with Fly Emirates. Interestingly, the sources also recognise Arsenal for having the wealthiest women's team in the world. The club's key players are Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice. Dropping 4 places to 6th is the previous Premier League champion from 2024, Manchester City, with a revenue of $829 million. Led by Pep Guardiola, the club's financial strength is rooted in global partnerships and the international expansion of the City Football Group. While they set a record following their treble-winning season, a marginal decline in on-pitch performance compared to previous heights led to this slight slip in the rankings. Manchester City's home is the Etihad Stadium and the club has an estimated net worth of $4,250 million United States dollars. The key players are Bernardo Silva and Erling Haaland. In the last 4 years, the club has won the UEFA Champions League in 2023 and 3 Premier League tilters. Subscribe to Laura Sport for weekly informative videos. Liverpool, also from England, comes in at number 5. Breaking into the top 5 for the first time as the highest-earning English club is Liverpool. Generating $836 million, the Reds have seen a 7% increase in commercial revenue under the management of Arne Slot. A unique source of income for the club has been non-matchday events at Anfield, including major concerts by artists like Taylor Swift and Dua Lipa. The net worth of the club stands at $5.3 billion. Today's key players: Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Alisson Becker. In the last 4 years, Liverpool have won the Premier League in the 2024-25 season, domestic cups, and deep European runs. Commercials up 7%, concerts boost matchday and non-matchday alike. Anfield Stadium. Paris Saint-Germain from France is in 4th place. PSG remains the dominant force in French football, with a revenue of $837 million. Following their first ever Champions League triumph in 2025, the club has successfully leveraged its brand equity through international partnerships, most notably with Air Jordan. However, the sources note that the club has recorded a loss for 3 consecutive years, following the departures of stars like Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. The home ground for Paris Saint-Germain is Parc des Princes, and the net worth of the club is $4.4 billion. Currently the kings of Europe after the Champions League win in 2025, the club has also previously won the last 4 league titles in France. Parc des Princes Stadium. Bayern Munich, the giants from Bavaria in Germany, comes in 3rd. Bayern Munich, which generated $861 million. A significant portion of this growth came from increased broadcast revenue following their participation in the FIFA Club World Cup. Commercially, they remain elite, bolstered by a long-standing $40 million per year partnership with T-Mobile. Their squad is currently highlighted by the presence of star striker Harry Kane. Net worth of the club is at $5 billion. Key players for the club today are Harry Kane, Jamal Musiala, Joshua Kimmich, and Manuel Neuer. Over the last 4 years, Bayern has won 3 Bundesliga titles, and last won the UEFA Champions League in 2020. Pictures of the Allianz Arena. At number 2 are the giants from Catalonia, Barcelona in Spain. Returning to the podium in 2nd place, with a revenue of $975 million. Despite playing away from the Spotify Camp Nou during its redevelopment, the club saw a 27% growth in revenue. This was largely driven by the innovative use of personal seat licenses, PSLs, which generated approximately $70 million in one-off income. Today the club has a net worth of $5.5 billion. The key players today include Lamine Yamal, Robert Lewandowski, Ronald Araujo. 5-2, commercial growth, stadium mastery, European success. At number 1 is Real Madrid of Spain. Real Madrid remains the richest club in the world, becoming the first ever to surpass $1 billion in annual revenue. With a total revenue of $1.16 billion, the Spanish giants, led by Carlo Ancelotti, are in a league of their own. Their financial dominance is fueled by their newly renovated Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, massive commercial deals like their partnership with HP, and the global star power of players like Jude Bellingham. The club currently has a net worth of $6.75 billion, which is the highest of all football clubs in the world-leading valuation. The club has major star power in players like Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr., and Rodrigo. In the last 4 years, Real Madrid has won league titles in 2022 and 2024, as well as the UEFA Champions League in 2022 and 2024. Top 10: Chelsea, Spurs, United, Arsenal, City, Liverpool, PSG, Bayern, Barcelona, Real Madrid. Expanded UCL and Club World Cup boosted giants like Bayern and PSG. For the first time, no English club sits in the top 4. If you value these informative videos, please subscribe, like, and share to keep it flowing. Who tops the list next year? Does Europe hold, or do new leagues surge? Tell us below. This has been Laura Sport, your weekly deep dive into the business of football. See you next time.